2, 3. There's a lot of Rare Atom fans. They've even got the Chinese flag out. I can see you guys will get to see that when we get the juke shot coming through. But they want to see it go through to overpass. What I will also say though, Mac, is there's a lot of fans that don't want to see this go through to overpass. They want to see the 2-0.
That's true.
And they want to see VERTEX tomorrow.
Well, look, I am just happy that court is now in session. We're down at Margot's on a Friday night, and there's no other place I'd rather be. But VERTEX, they're kicking things off on Inferno on the CT side. Let's see if they can get off to a good start.
Oh, well, look, I think this is going to be a difficult one for VERTEX to win. This is, in my opinion, Rare Atom's best map. They have, up until the RMR, I should say, not lost this map at all. And that's including international results. They've beaten Navi on this map. They've beaten Liquid on this map.
What?
The only team they've lost to is actually the Mongols at the RMR. So VERTEX have their work cut out for them. And Rare Atom, they're hitting the B bomb site quickly here on the pistol round. Brace is going to duck away into dark. You got Malta there to help him out. And Rare Atom, well, they're struggling to get the frags in on this bomb site until Mercury and Mosea are able to strike 3-on-3. Hazard's low, and Mosea just takes the head off Abatic.
Oh, things go from hard to harder. PZ tapping, but he won't connect on the Mercury, who's happy to tap away at New Box now. And on 20 points of health, Hazard. Oh, you can't back him here. But can he work some kind of voodoo magic? Making his way in. And it's all down to the timing for these swings now. Goes for the reload as well.
He would have to work some insane voodoo magic, Mac. And it would have to kind of honestly be a bit of a throw from Rare Atom if Hazard was going to win that round.
Yeah. Needs to be thought out, needs to be structured, but that's going to be the first round on the board for Rare Atom, and a great way for them to start their map selection. But where to on the second? We did, of course, see them getting that bomb down, so there's plenty of cash to buy up here in VERTEX. It's Inferno, and that means you're probably still going to risk it with the pistols, and that's what we're going to see here. Plenty of nades picked up, all these HEs, a couple of flashes, but where are they going to go?
And PZ definitely looking for something with that scout, but really won't quite get the opportunity. Malta's there as well, Deagle in hand, won't have much success. And Rare Atom are investing a lot of util to try to take control of top of Nana, which is successful. But VERTEX are going to creep their way back in with a flash. So as soon as Rare Atom takes control of top Nana, VERTEX says, no thank you. We'll have that back.
Mosea showing his hand though. And with the flash over the half wall, Brace can't do a damn thing about it. And Malta was just running for dear life. So looking to keep B strong with two players here. PZ with the scout will fall away. Back to A. And Addict up on the balcony is not going to be seen initially, but he's only able to find that first one. JamYoung cracking heads, and that's probably the round from here.
Yep. Malta and Hazard saving their weaponry. That little bit of extra util, armor as well. Run it back, see if they can get anything done next round. But this is Rare Atom, and this is Rare Atom's map pick. So I definitely do have my reservations about whether or not VERTEX can get this one over the line.
Now, if you thought it was a slow game on Vertigo, if you thought there was a lot of downtime,
that's right.
Well, it's Inferno now, so there's even more downtime. There's more saving. There's more time to, you know, breathe the fresh air. Enjoy the atmosphere in the arena. Enjoy Melbourne.
Beautiful.
Enjoy Margot's court.
We're all enjoying a lovely Friday night together. Except for those poor guys over in Sweden doing the analyst desk.
That's probably more. It'd be sun up now, right?
I think it would be Friday day now for them.
Friday, yep. 10 a.m., something like that?
Friday morning, something.
Oh, well, they can get brekkie while this game's on. Nice bit of breakfast viewing for all the Europeans.
Honestly, wouldn't mind some brekkie myself. The brekkie at the hotel's pretty good. I rate it.
Well, into the third. Rare Atom keeping it clean to kick off Inferno. And Advent putting his life on the line, going straight up the guts. VERTEX, they don't have too much here. 2 digs saved from the last. And the big stack at 8. It might be their only opportunity to try and cause some kind of upset in the round. But things get awkward. Malta going to be locked in.
Yeah, Rare Atom are not skipping a beat at the moment. There's Malta finally chiming in with something, and Brace actually also gets himself a kill. So maybe Malta can pull off a bit of magic. Maybe not.
Good damage, all things considered.
Yeah, look, I guess there's that. But it's been pretty clean so far from Rare Atom, so it's not really going to hurt the bottom line all that much.
This guy, just so you guys are aware watching at home, he just turned up in the arena out of nowhere and started the chant. That's how good Melbourne is.
That's right. We love to see that. Apparently it's 2:50 p.m. over in Sweden. So shout out.
Was it?
To everyone over there in Sweden.
Say 2 p.m.?
2:50 p.m. I think they start the show at like 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something like that. Sweden time.
Nice and chilly.
Something like that. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Just like what Rare Atom has to do now. They have to make not only this map go their way, but they also have to think about what's going to happen on Overpass if they get there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long night, which, by the way, Rare Atom is kind of used to at this point. They really drew the short end of the stick when they were playing at the RMR. They were playing past midnight at that event as well.
True.
Against Tyloo.
Yeah, they had big tech pauses again.
They had a lot of tech pauses.
They were plagued with them.
Actually, by comparison, I reckon this is a bit of like a chill event for them. They're like, oh man, this is going so quick. Don't worry. 3 maps, not a big deal. As long as it's not an hour break in between them.
Yeah. Well, round 4's running. And VERTEX, they've got the buy that they've been looking for. But can they put that first round on the board? That's the big question the people want answered. And VERTEX just dumping util, getting that banana control. Smoke should be fading shortly. But Malta really interested in clearing out Broom.
Yeah, I like the fact that they've gotten the full banana control there. It's going to send Brace back over to Ward A and just leave Malta in banana solo. He's going to have his work cut out for him, though. You can already see Rare Atom are kind of looking in that direction. I think as soon as that smoke starts to fade, they're really going to start to pressure in onto Malta. And luckily, PZ has come across. And he gets up.
Cheeky boost. It's no good, though. Oh, and he will barely get around the corner of the safety.
Yeah, Flash didn't quite connect from Rare Atom. I thought PZ was in there with a chance, but ultimately not able to connect. And so now it's just a bit of util. It's fake util, though, from Rare Atom into B. They've played with those rotations. VERTEX have 3 members on that side of the map. Brace again. He's running laps. So is Rare Atom. They're going back and forth. They think they're running a marathon, Mac. They're actually supposed to be playing Counter-Strike.
They just don't know. And it's all down to PZ, who's got no utility to slow him down. He has to use the AWP to do it. And Mosaic peeks a little too wide before that flash bangs.
Yeah, PZ, again, can he get himself a little bit more here? The cross, though, is safe for Rare Atom. Bomb plant down. Does VERTEX retake?
Well, they got the numbers. They got some util. Smoke off banana, molly backside, flashes to get him out of con. And PZ here is fishing through the stained glass right now. Just getting into positions, and it's all going to boil down to these flashes.
Molly's going to clear out new box, but there's still a lot of angles that VERTEX have to be aware of. Flash looks good. Mercury does take a couple of tags. They know his position. Kaze, AK, double kill. And Mercury looks for more. That is clean as a whistle from Rare Atom.
The 4v5, 5 kills, no trades. VERTEX not allowed to shoot back. Inferno definitely looking like a whole different stage to what Vertigo was before. And Rare Atom, they are here to play. Advent, he's definitely had a couple of words to the rest of the crew during the break.
Oh, mate, we saw them walking out.
Serious faces.
And they did have a few serious faces. No discussions until they got into their room. But, look, I think they knew the job that they had to do. I don't know that they went into Vertigo saying, we're definitely going to win this map. I think Rare Atom was maybe a little bit prepared to lose that map, but they have the knowledge that Inferno is such a good map that they would have expected to be able to push it through to Overpass.
Yeah.
JamYoung able to clear out Addict. And Hazard, there's one with the Deagle. How many more? If he gets 3, then it starts to become a real problem for Rare Atom. PZ might find a timing right here, Mac. They are still watching, and JamYoung just about keeps it in check for Rare Atom.
Brace will beat him, though. He's gone on the rotation already, and Hazard even risking it. He's got that AK, he's got one flash. There might be an opportunity.
He's only got a 5-7, though, Max, so he's going to have to get lucky. Smoke did go down, and Rare Atom able to cross into the bomb site. tags coming through from Hazard tapping away with that AK, but not enough to actually really give Vertex a chance back into this round. Deep smoke in, and Vertex opting for the save. There'll be a gun over here as well for Brace to pick up.
I saw a world where that flash came through. Brace just bust through the smoke, farms up a storm. He was doing it on Vertigo, but slowing things down here for map 2, and Rare Adam 5-0 is going to be the scoreline there. Relatively clean with 3 alive. Hazard, the only one to do damage from Vertex this round. And into the next. JamYoung, he's going to be pretty rich. Young, handsome, and rich. Damn.
Yep.
What a lucky man.
Any ladies in the crowd? That did not sound like a lady.
Hey, who are you to judge?
I mean, look, hey, whatever. Whichever way you want to go, that's fine. But JamYoung, he's the man at this point. 5-0 for Rare Atom.
Who was it earlier? That was it Alex? That was saying that he was very interested in...
Oh, it was one of the Movistar players, I think.
My brain's just fully shut off. It's been a long day, guys.
Whoever Conky spoke to.
Conky, you just speak to?
Mopos? I think it might have been Mopos.
Mopos? Maybe.
Either way. Attack timeout for Vertex. And, you know, the situation's not too dire just yet.
It was Davy G.
Davy
My memory caught up.
There you go.
There we go.
It wasn't too dire at the moment for Vertex, but if it kind of blows out to 6-0, 7-0, that's where I'm starting to get a little bit worried. I think 5-0 you can still salvage. Rare Atom, though, are on a bit of a mission. They really want to get this one done.
Yeah.
You can already tell there's a bit of a shift, a bit of a change in this Rare Atom roster going into the second map. I mean, Rare Atom have JamYoung going 7-1, so, you know, that's always good news.
Well, PZ back on the AWP again. Was striking pretty good before, but Advent just getting himself a sneaky entry, spamming in through Carps all the way from the bridge. And Addict probably going to be going for a desk slam after that one. Things going from bad to worse, and he didn't get to do anything. He didn't get to control apps at all. Vertex struggling to find kills in all aspects at the moment. They've decided to get aggressive on the B side of things just to try and turn the tide of the round. Kaze perched on the T-stairs on the offline. They seem to be aware that Brace is here as well, and they're just going to try to push in, try to make it work. Strength in numbers works a little, but we're down to the 2v2.
Yeah, Kaze is doing well to trade down, but he's still got more work to do. He's getting into that B bomb side, and if Hazard just bides his time, JamYoung was spotted, I think.
No, they're going to go back to back.
PZ.
Oh, he's pulled his knife out.
Oh, no. PZ didn't spot JamYoung, which gives him a chance in this round, and that would be disaster.
Hazard.
But Hazard is bold. He's got big balls, man.
He's got huge balls.
And they're swinging all the way into CT spawn against JamYoung, who's 7-1, 8-1 at that point.
Ugh. No one does that to JamYoung. No one.
Apparently Hazard does.
And Hazard, he's tempting fate, but it's got the round on the board. 1 alive, though, means it's a very, very expensive round for them, but it's a round nonetheless. And one that Vertex have desperately needed to try to slow Rare Atom down and start to thin away that economy. There's maybe one more buy in the back pocket for Rare Atom here, but Vertex, they're buzz all over the place as well. Util, let's see if they hold it. Let's see what's going down. It looks like Mercury wants to go out mid as soon as possible. Spam battle through the smoke. And Malta barely alive, but he's still living.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the same approach from Vertex, right? Get the smoke down at the bottom of Nana, send Malta forward. And in this case, I think they'll just set PZ up as the solo. Malta's a bit too tagged up to really be taking that role.
Yeah.
So he'll go over towards A, and I mean, in an ideal world, he'd have a bit of util to sort of toss in here. Doesn't actually, so he can't even really play the support role. He's gonna have to try to find some frags, or at least try to trade a couple of these members, because Rare Atom are sending their way into brackets.
Oh.
And Malta might not even be required at this point. Addict and Hazard have it locked down themselves. Brace swings in from the cutout as well. And Rare Atom have just walked into the blender, and now they look like a smoothie.
What flavor?
Well, not banana.
Okay.
That's not where they went. Great
Great theory. Solid strategy. Ooh. And great positioning as well. Malta going to be peeking his head up at Freezer, catches Kaze on the fall away. And it's another round for Vertex. So crossfire at bracket was too solid.
Damn. Kingfisher's like,
yeah,
he's really hitting them.
He's learning.
With the fist bumps.
I remember the first time he went overseas when he was coaching Greyhound, I added him. I said, mate, you gotta slap those chairs harder. You gotta fist the boys harder, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I made sure I let him know.
There you go. This looks like it's going to be some aggression from Vertex. PZ lining up the mid flash. Doesn't see much. That will be a good nade. Ooh.
Oh, big damage, huge damage. It's like 300 damage.
Love to see it. Rare Adam, as a result, pulled the trigger in, pushing their way into Banana, but they don't really find much because there's a Molotov in their face to greet them at top Nana.
Well, Vertex still have to finish the job. JamYoung, crisp as always when he's got the AK in play. Malta's got plenty of util to throw around here, hoping that he could hear something. In comes a flashback. He'll drop the molly first.
Yeah, great util usage here from Vertex in the round. A little bit of a smoke hole. But Rare Adam are walking their way back toward A. Not sure how much success they're going to have in this round. They're going to have to hit some banger entries, but those CTs look pretty well set up to answer this push. You got PZ over on Library side.
Yeah.
Perfect angle for the AWP, and then you have the crossfire between pit and sight. If push comes through from dig.
Work out, but there is one flash remaining that comes across the top, and it's perfect. Hazard can't see a damn thing, but he doesn't need to initially. Addict helps him out, and Kaze hopes that he can do it on 15 points of health. Won't get that one off, and he's looking for a primary. He needs to get the sight. Bomb down on the mid-box.
Okay.
Bink at range. Uh-oh.
He's got to be fast about this one if he wants to get rid of PZ.
10 seconds to plant.
I think at this point, you got to get damage down, right? You just can't be thinking about winning the round. Kaze going to fake the plant. Tries to draw in the peaks, and it doesn't quite work out. Almost got PZ. If he would have got PZ while they had the bona fide 1v1,
You almost got PZ.
he was in with a chance. But obviously, Vertex able to swing through and grab themselves their third. So excellent response from Vertex. They're really out here to play. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing from Vertex, to be honest with you, because Rare Adam, like, again, for me, is potentially the best team in Asia, although they don't show it a lot of the time. And yeah, Vertex is really sort of taking the sword to them and kind of running with it.
Yeah. Again, just streaks of rounds though. Oh, PZ goes in with the Furious Smoke, able to get that first pick, and he's hanging around. He wants more. He's not done just yet. Smoke at the bottom. Flash across the top, but Malta falls. And the man advantage was lost, but PZ struck through smoke, through walls, through everything.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to see him. Doesn't need to hear him. He's just got them on the radar. And smoke down in toward mid from Vertex. It is going to prompt Rare Adam to just creep their way through. But, I mean, Brace is in T-spawn, so...
He's got the read.
This should be a round done and dusted for Vertex.
He's got the brain, he's got the knowledge, he's got the round, unless...
I mean, with that said, like, he doesn't strike. If Hazard goes down here, this starts to get a bit worrisome. Addict, never mind. Addict has got it all sorted. He's just been supreme.
Advent master.
Not quite. Not quite.
He tried.
Yeah, he did. But, look, I mean, Addict is just stepping up so much in this series, isn't he?
Hazard is shaking his head, confused. He doesn't know what's happening. But he's still getting a couple of kills here and there. Getting info, putting his life on the line for the greater good. You know how it be. But a big round. And that's 4 in a row now for Vertex. One more to tie it up at 5 apiece.
Yep.
And Rare Adam's economy, finally a little bust.
And PZ feeling confident, takes that peek mid with the AWP, won't see too much. Mercury's going to try to work into bedroom. Just keeps getting greeted by a wall of fire everywhere he tries to go.
Yeah. Ooh, spam there, Hazard threading those bullets straight through Rare Adam. Oh, and that flash that's coming out at the perfect moment for Rare Adam. Oh, Hazard. He'll go back for more, but he's only able to find the first brace close to trade, and he'll not get that one. Kaze ready with the D.
Oh, dear.
He's got an AWP in hand, but he's not expecting another. Malta Shadow spotted, but he'll take down Kaze. Mosea, a 1v2, not much more of a job to do.
Let's just hold our horses for a moment.
Oh, you never know. Pistols, Aussies,
Hazza,
sometimes we struggle.
I think Hazza's mental booming right now. He just, I'm looking at his gesture. Look at him.
Again,
he's like, what is going on?
He's like, how does this keep happening? Why are they targeting me?
Oh, Rare Adam, you're starting to get that. I've seen these faces before, Mac. That's what I'm trying to get to. I've seen those faces before where they just look depressed.
Yeah, we watched them play at the RMR.
And, I mean, JamYoung's just like, blanks there. Kaze the same. They're just thinking, is it really going to happen again? Still early days, I guess, in the map.
Or Advent, cheeky timing to try and find the info there. Falling away. An Addict close, still locking down that freezer area. PZ worried that there might be a bust into Lightroom, and that's exactly what we're going to see.
He's got his timing pretty spot on there. It's good from VERTEX, you know. It's kind of meaning that Rare Adam do have to work to get control of apps, which sometimes as the T side you don't have to do. But VERTEX are kind of changing up their holds on the A bomb site enough that it's keeping Rare Adam guessing.
Yeah.
Same can be said towards Banana as well. A lot of the time, obviously, we see that smoke at the bottom of Nana and you have one player set up, but in this case now it's two. So Rare Adam aren't too sure exactly what VERTEX is going to give them.
Oh.
And PZ, he's got a couple of bullets with Rare Adam's names on him. Little bit under pressure on that B bomb site now as the smoke does go into CT. There might be a hole in it. Brace is looking through something.
Yeah. He's there, he's ready and waiting and hoping to strike, but it's PZ again from the back of side. Oh,
there it is.
It's Brace to save him.
That's exactly right. And the smoke's just misthrown by Rare Adam.
Oh, JamYoung is up dig. Bracket,
Yeah.
dirty, Addict needs to stop the bomb.
Correct. Is the bomb even going to get there, though? That's my concern. Kaze would have to just get a nice drive-by onto Addict, and he can't, so JamYoung down. Addict saves the day again. And VERTEX are making this one look very doable.
Yeah. Yeah, Addict just doing so much work for VERTEX right now as well. Just no fear. Everything working out. He's feeling sharp as anything in front of the home crowd. And PZ as well starting to really warm up as well. We know what he can do. We've seen him before. He hasn't had too many overseas opportunities to really shine, but now it feels like he's got that confidence. He's starting to hit the shots we know he can. And Malta as well. If he's playing well, then VERTEX can look extremely dangerous as well.
Oh, Malta avoids the flash nicely and deals with Mosaic. I wonder if it's starting to sort of come apart at the seams a little bit for Rare Atom. 6 in a row now for VERTEX. Kaze's got himself the AK at least.
Just trying to bolster the firepower. Gun retrieval mission has been successful. With that man advantage, VERTEX happy to give up a bit of map control. Hazza interested in finding something over towards bracket side. PZ cheating towards the B site. Oh no, he's just gone back for util. Picking that up from CT spawn. Making sure there's an extra couple of flashes. But Rare Adam still hitting B.
Yep. Got a couple of members over there from VERTEX. Malta, he's tucked away nicely, perhaps expecting this kind of a wrap from Rare Adam.
They were ready for it.
Mercury has absolutely no idea. Brace even was watching construction, so they were happy to give the site, which they have, inevitably. But 5-on-3 for the retake. Rare Adam only have one AK to hold here. Plenty of util. I think VERTEX should be feeling pretty confident about making this retake happen. See what Advent has, though. This is still a round that could go wrong for VERTEX. There is Brace to bring a 1-for-1 back in the direction of the CTs, but Rare Adam still trading effectively, and JamYoung, Tech9, can definitely make this one happen. But PZ's USP is stronger.
Look, Tech9, sometimes pretty good, sometimes not so good. And JamYoung, he got a bad one that round. Unlucky for him, but at the same time, good damage overall from those pistols, keeping VERTEX's financials a little bit weakened. But it's another round, and VERTEX now starting to run away with the half.
Yep. That is an expensive round for them, though. Not too big of a deal. considering how comfortable some of these other rounds have been.
It's been 7 rounds in a row, though, and we're going to see the change up. Big stack towards the opposite side to last time, and just dumping all that util before the rotation back.
Yeah, Addict, though, throwing a bit of delaying util over toward the A-bomb site as well, just making sure that Rare Adam can't get into apartments quickly. So if in a worst-case scenario, Rare Adam is trying to go fast into A,
yeah,
you've still got a bit of time for Vertex players to rotate back. So they've got all the angles covered here on the CT side. There's another nicely timed molly from Vertex. I gotta say, CT side util has been really good from Vertex today.
Oh, just trying to bait that one. Peasy strikes off timing, and it's damn good as well. But the dig control's there, and everyone's coming in through short now. Peasy playing around from the pillar, and it's looking good until it's not. Hazard strikes true, but Mercury, too good. Yeah, and it's Malta in a 1v2.
The numbers were there for Vertex, but the frags just didn't quite come together.
Oh.
Malta could definitely clutch this one out. Is he expecting a second player in pit? Flash over the top. He doesn't have a smoke to work with. Maybe there's one on the ground. Now he knows.
As the util
pushing his way forward. Mercury, 75 HP. Malta has to go for the reload. Might have to start tapping that defuse. Smoke's gone a little bit too deep, I'd say, and Mercury is just sitting on the crow's nest right now. Malta trying desperately to draw that peek through, but Mercury ice cold.
Bro, I love that from Mercury. 3 entries, good trades and plays like that. Risked it with a push through the smoke. Good movement to get up and play the smoke as a one-way. That was intuitive gameplay. And he's locked down the round that Rare Adam have been hunting for, stopping the streak of 7 from Vertex now, who've gone into a tactical.
And this is where that one player left alive round for Vertex comes into play, where they, an expensive win, but now they're starting to kind of get a little bit of an economic problem on their behalf. Hazza could drop the AWP over to PZ and Will. Addict's going to be scrounging. Malta's on a FAMAS. MP9 and 2 FAMASes. And obviously if they lose this round, the CT economy is just not quite going to get back together. So actually this is where Rare Adam can salvage the half. Could end up being an 8-7 for Rare Adam. As unbelievable as that sounds. And that's the power of the economy reset. That would get Rare Adam right back in the swing of things. So huge round here for Vertex.
The change in pace and Mosaic. He might have just locked in Malta towards the sandbags, but Malta gets the line with this util coming forward. Kaze can't trade.
Nade. Kaze's backing out. Away. Yeah, that's huge. What is he looking at? Hazza thought there was someone in apps.
He believed that the Molotov was untouchable, but JamYoung's gone straight through, maybe found an opening, but the bomb's down at Banana.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a 2v2 over this side of the map.
Well, PZ gets forced away by that flash. He's able to smoke at the half wall, and that's disgusting.
Straight shooting. He's hit a couple of those now.
JamYoung's not happy. He does not want to have to be in a 1-on-3. Not in a scenario like this one.
Third smoke goes down with 45 on the clock. And there's another for Addict to throw when he gets here as well. And a flash. Whoa. JamYoung, it seems unachievable, but we know he's sharp.
It does seem impossible. I mean, maybe he's just going to have to flash himself through the smoke at this point. Addict has actually opted not to throw the smoke. JamYoung might be able to find a bit of a timing here, but they're all lined up. Yeah. I thought maybe Addict was going to try tossing the smoke in, and you see a bit of a lapse in concentration maybe for the Vertex members as it goes down.
They believed in the setup. Addict's corner, swings on the contact of the other 2 wider angles, and
I mean, it was a great setup. I mean, there's no world really where he should have won that, but trying to keep that story alive. Great work from Malta. You don't expect a double with a FAMAS.
No, when I saw Malta sitting at sandbags, and I think it was Mercury, Mosaic, or someone running up there, I was like, he's gone, he's done. But Rare Adam again, going to be back at square one.
Yeah, so we talked about the implications of that economy for Vertex. Same kind of situation for Rare Adam. Not quite to the same degree, but they are definitely struggling in this final round of the half. So 9 is more than achievable for Vertex. Again, Malta takes control of bottom Banana.
They have been so good at taking Banana and holding it even solo, just rotating those smokes and buying so much time to stack the A site. And Rare Atom, they've been buying into it more often than not. And this time they're going to try to get this bracket control again. Hazard won't be able to get the smoke out this time. PZ might have to do it all himself now. Close range though. That Tech-9's going to beat the AWP every day.
Look at Malta. Look at Malta. He's going to go through this smoke at the bottom of Nana. He's going to try to find that timing. Mosea deals with it.
Okay.
And now it's Addicts behind the smoke. Has to do some work. Can't. Mercury runs into him. Bangs his head off. Brace in a 1v4.
2 flashes. Oh.
No.
You don't back him. You don't back him any day.
There's no way. Rare Atom doesn't throw around like this. And Advent will finish it off with the AWP. So Rare Atom do gather themselves a 7th round at the end of the half, and it is very much hanging in the balance here on Inferno.
Got me feeling some way, like I might be stuck in a dream. Let's stay here till the day breaks, feeling like I never wanna leave. Keep moving till the sunrise. You're taking my mind out to sea. Fall in love at low tide. I'm thinking we should never leave. So let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing
And we're back for what might be the final half of the evening. That's certainly what the VERTEX supporters would be hoping. But as you can see, there's a few Chinese fans in the crowd hoping that Rare Atom can push this one through to overpass. It's hanging in the balance, Mac. 8-7. What do you reckon? Who you got?
Oh, don't ask me that. I don't know. It's too close. Too close for comfort. VERTEX going onto the T side. Was 8 rounds enough on the CT side? Who knows? Rare Atom, it's all up to them now to hold on, to make the reverse sweep dream a reality to keep themselves here in ESL Challenger Melbourne. But it all starts with the pistol.
Oh, and that is a good start to the pistol if I've seen one. Mercury, though, does have the dualies in hand, and he is ready and waiting for this push from VERTEX.
Yeah.
No flash to come through. Oh, there is indeed actually from Advent. Oh, and that's going to work out perfectly. Decent trade, though, from Addict, and it ends up being, overall, a 2 for 2.
Is he interested in the dualies, or is he on the Glock Master Race? That's the real question. Advent on a tight line, hoping for anything at Coffins. And he's the only one here to try and buy this time, but looking just to live. Puts high value on his life. And Sight gets full cleared as well. No one taking any shortcuts. PZ, oh, PZ, that was awkward. It was an awkward plant right at the back of Sight.
Yeah. But even still, it's a decent setup for VERTEX. 3 players to dig out with absolutely no util on the side of Rare Adam. They're going to have to hit their shots, and they're going to have to do it pretty quickly here. Malta is the first point of contact and will go down. PZ now has to salvage. And, I mean, that's one way of doing it, I guess.
That is damage. That is brilliance. 3 on 3. And Rare Adam walk out with 3. VERTEX. Look, they got the plant, though. So you know what that means. It's buy time. The Lils, a little bit of util. But where do they go? We saw in that first half that VERTEX were very, very prepared for what Rare Adam was throwing at them in a multitude of those rounds. They've done their homework. They were expecting Inferno to be picked here in the map pool.
Yep, for sure.
So you have to expect them to be bringing the fire.
Yeah, look, I think any game that you go up against Rare Adam and you don't ban Inferno, you're expecting to see Inferno. So let us see what VERTEX has on this T side. Already early pieces of util from Rare Atom. Not as much of an investment as what we'd seen from VERTEX. And an instant smoke from VERTEX tells me that they want to try to get some banana control early here. They want to go through that or over it.
Yeah.
I mean, banana control's actually really been given up largely by Rare Atom. Happy to just play back in their sights.
Yeah, playing the range game. No one invested in Sight either. Advent, he can live at CT. And Coffins, Mosaic, happy to fall away. Play for the retake. Smoke on the choke. Is it a really damn good timing? And Mosaic just sprays on through. Advent chimes in too.
Yeah,
and it's looking real hard in the 2v5 for VERTEX to have a shot.
With another pop flash. He's going to do it himself. Advent's a fragger.
He's a fragger. He's an IGL. He does it all. And he's created a big bit of bank with the MP9 as well.
That's right. This is now starting to get a little bit problematic for VERTEX. You know, you don't want to give Rare Adam that kind of confidence on CT side. Give them that bank.
Yeah.
But they'll have to take a save. Tech 9 for Hazard is the only thing to really get excited about.
I get excited about flashes. I don't know about you.
Oh, I love that one from Advent. That was sick.
That was good.
When it's Advent, I get hyped.
PZ's got 2 flashes. Mosaic, little Mac 10 spray transfer.
Yep.
Not able to find the 3rd. And Hazard gets the Tech 9 working for a short amount of time.
Yeah, great. Malta's got a Mac 10.
Great weapon.
I'm super excited.
Amazing weapon. Even more amazing entry. Look at this. Oh, Advent, he doesn't know what to do. Malta's run out of bullets, though. And running out of health, too. Jumping. That's not going to work out. It's clean. Rare Adam take it to a 2-round lead. And they're the first team to jump into the double digits.
Yeah.
Which releases some kind of pressure off the mind.
Yeah, look, this is kind of where that last round in the half kind of feels a little bit more important. If VERTEX would have got that over the line, it would be equal scoreline right now rather than 10-8 favoring Rare Adam. A little bit less of a job to do for VERTEX in that case. However, that did not occur. And so VERTEX have a little bit of an uphill battle, but they are on the T side, so economy is going to be favoring them at the very least. And again, they're very quick up banana.
Yeah. Well, they don't need banana. They can just fight from sight. You saw it in the last round.
That is true.
VERTEX picking up the pace this time. Full control. Flash backwards to allow Mosaic to cross back to sight. And this time, it is going to be a different setup from the CTs. Just juggling that util, hoping that no one peeks forward.
That's scary. Luckily for them, VERTEX is not just going to drive contact into the B-bomb site. And Mosaic cleans up 2 again. He's looking real sharp from this Coffin's position.
VERTEX just unable to get past him. At the 50-second mark, again, things slow down. VERTEX looking just to fade that smoke out. Time the peak, time the push, and hope that they can find a fight with Kaze on the famous, but not going together.
Yeah.
Brace able to trade with a staggered swing.
Off angle works for Kaze. 1 for 1, not really enough for VERTEX in this scenario. JamYoung not really going to have too many problems with that molly. Second attempt in Brace will work out nicely, and so Malta clears that. But even still, you've got to get Mercury, and with 15 seconds left on the clock, VERTEX just don't have the luxury of clearing all these angles anymore. Brace is going to have to plant. Lucky that smoke is kind of keeping Mercury from having a look into the site. But I think Mercury's position is just going to be too superior at this point. Brace, though, gives them a chance. Malta down, but Brace in the 1-on-3. He knows, and Mercury's on 5 HP. Neither can really move.
The nade!
The nade is good enough.
Amazing rebound. And Brace will fall down. He hugged the wall. He did what he could, but he couldn't get away from the explosion. And it's enough. But it's also huge damage again to Rare Adam's economy. And they need to start to stabilize that if they want to continue this streak of rounds.
I really thought Brace had that. Did Mercury have that nade the whole time, or did he find it?
I am not 100%. He probably held it. He was staying sneaky up on the balcony.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give away anything to VERTEX. Furious smoke coming through. Advent. Ooh. Will he go behind it? Looks like he is thinking about it. Half wall boost for Mosaic, but no VERTEX members in Banana.
Well, full Nana control taken here for Rare Adam. I think VERTEX have tried a few times to take early Banana control on it. Look, it's been successful to an extent, but they haven't really won rounds off of it. So they're going to try something else.
Changing pace to A. A little bit of space to swing on arch side. Mercury can't see for the second.
Where do they go now, though? Do they go around the world? It's an option. Bomb, though, is in dig, so they're going to have to retrieve that, and Kaze is a bit of a threat.
Aggression down Banana as well. They'll have to worry about that in a minute. And if Brace falls, if he's not ready for the push, then things could go wrong quick.
Yeah, Malta gets smoked off as well, so he's not really going to be much of a factor. This is really on to whether or not Brace can survive and get kills from Boiler. Malta's on his way back. And didn't quite expect Mosaic. So now just the 2 remaining members for VERTEX. That's sharp from Addict. But again, Matt, this is such a problem because Mosaic is just surely not going to be expected here.
They know he's somewhere, but they've beaten him on the timing. Are they ready for the swing?
The
molly's not enough. Brace, mate, get your gun out. What are you doing?
It is enough. It gets them into Banana. He can't chase.
But they don't have the smoke for CT now. JamYoung on the offline. Addict hits the ground, and that's going to be Brace following suit. JamYoung too sharp at range, and that smoke they invested to get out of Banana. In hindsight, could have been used elsewhere. They did a good job to bring it back to the 2v2, but Rare Adam, it's another. They're just bringing these rounds back.
Yeah, what a different round that looks like if, for example, Malta wins that duel.
Yeah.
Just the little things going in the favor of Rare Atom, but a lot of them building together to create a big problem for VERTEX. And we're starting to think about map 3 at this point. The Jio's coming out from the Chinese fans as well here in Melbourne, so they're feeling it too.
Okay.
And then, of course, the response from the Australian fans as well. We've still got both sides of the field getting played. JamYoung, he's just boomed by that grenade. And VERTEX actually swarming their way into this bomb site might have a chance in this round.
Yeah, speed, the difference maker.
It's a fast bomb plant.
And over towards default as well. Double pit setup. This is looking hard to get back into. But Rare Adam, they've got util for days. 1 molly in the hands of Advent. Put that at the back of sight, and then that's going to crack up some of these crossfires.
It's a nice smoke from Hazard at Moto that will at least give VERTEX a bit more room to play with. They can even go back through that smoke if they need to. Malta's the linchpin, though. In pit, M4. He's going to be the one to greet Rare Atom.
And that's where the molly goes.
Changes his position up and gets caught by the flash, but PZ and Hazard, they've gotten it done with the Tech 9s. Rare Atom have released the pressure.
They also left it so late again. They gave themselves no space, no room for error. And then there was errors. So things go wrong, and VERTEX, on a round where they just brought Tech9s into it, they walk away with 3 guns and the round.
Okay. Need to see more, though, from VERTEX. I mean, that's not going to be the only round that they are going to need. And also, it's a Tech9 round, okay? So it's nice to get it. But it doesn't necessarily fill you with confidence that they're going to be able to do that when they have the guns in hand. Rounds play out differently.
I'm loving the responses from the crowd.
They're literally just having a battle. A chant war. Chant battle. It's like a rap battle.
Is it?
Almost.
Oh, okay. Expert rap battlist, Elfish Man Maze.
That's me.
That's you.
Yep. Won a rap battle or 2 in my time.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. But for the moment, Kaze. Oh, that's a solid start to the round for Rare Atom.
Yep.
Spacing a little too good for VERTEX there, but let's see if they can find another way back in. Malta's going to be jumping on top of Oranges and raining it down from above. Kaze still living, still able to make something happen, hunting for that spam through the smoke, but he won't connect.
3 on 4 for the retake for Rare Atom, but VERTEX might have themselves around here. Only issue is they've got no counter util at all, and Rare Atom have so much. Brace maybe tries to get aggressive here. That could really make a difference. Peasy and Brace, this is fantastic. They push forward, and Brace catches 2. They've got control of construction. It's on to Brace with an AWP in hand. And the smoke goes down. This is impossible for Brace. And Rare Atom will rejoice. 13. One step closer.
You saw it happen, and Brace starting to frag, but no one else hitting their shots. Just so much util flashes used to perfection for Rare Atom to get back in from the CT approach. And things all slowing down again. Another tactical. The third used now for Inferno for VERTEX. And deciding what they can do with the economy there.
I mean, it's interesting. They've still got one more in the back pocket. So I guess if they lose another round, they can still have a bit of a longer chat. But it does feel like it's slipping away from VERTEX right now. They had such a strong response to the early rounds that Rare Atom was able to pick up. But
yeah,
I just didn't get the sense that they closed out that first half as cleanly as they could have.
That wasn't the first time as well we've seen AWPers get picks on that corner from CT. People pushing just slightly before that flash goes, trying to take the timings, but the AWPs do lots of damage. Jordan, we're going to see an early boost across the top. I think they've seen Hazza here right at the half wall, and they're ready for him, so they will just fall away behind that smoke instead. And Advent, he can't see a damn thing, but he's hitting everything.
Already the opener for Rare Atom. Brace is trying hard to get it back, but Kaze too good.
He's firing. He's hitting everything.
Yep.
And that's a dangerous prospect for VERTEX. Again, a 3v5 attempt, but the flash good this time to force him off. Mercury, a nice answer.
Yeah, Malta and PZ trying to do some real work to salvage this one back, but again, it just feels a little bit too far gone.
Well, Rare Atom are buying into this one, going for the full rotation for now. Flash. Malta hasn't been seen yet, playing around the smoke wisely.
If he finds the timing into CT spawn and can catch Advent, maybe. PZ's going A, though.
Oh, who knows?
No, he's faking A. He's throwing the moto smoke. They're going B. Malta has to make the difference, though.
But where's Advent going? He's going to Banana.
Did he get spotted just then by JamYoung?
I think he is aware. It's
Mosaic.
On the line, Advent as well. Little one way to play with. 20 on the clock. They've got to get a wriggle on if they want to make this work. Smoke and nade in the hands of Malta. He's gone. Mosaic at the ready, and PZ, he does not have time to clear everything. So it looks like the save's going to be called. That's 14. Now secured for Rare Atom.
Yeah, I was going to say they would need to both win their duels there to actually give that round a chance. But that's 14 for Rare Atom, so if VERTEX has anything left in the back pocket, we're going to have to see it now. At least they've got money to buy. What that will mean, though, is we're going to be going late tonight.
Yeah. What's the time?
It's 11:30
we're
local
going past
time.
midnight, huh? Who knew? Not us.
I mean, it comes with the territory.
Of course. Well, let's see if anything changes. Let's see if VERTEX can find themselves a second win here. Nade towards the corner. Looks like it could have done more damage to Advent, but has a striking. Mosea. Oh, and Advent falls as well. Like dominoes.
Yeah, VERTEX aren't done just yet, it seems. Mercury with a FAMAS. I'm not sure I'm really backing him to hold on to this B bomb side anymore.
I've seen enough from Mercury today to back him in any scenario.
A little bit of hole in the smoke. He may be able to work with. He's looking to. He really knows he needs to get something done here. He needs a bit of a magic moment. Hiding inside of the smoke is a bold choice. As it fades, Mercury is not good for 2. Which keeps this round in favor of VERTEX. Malta's just sort of caught wandering over toward mid.
VERTEX, no. There's max 1 on that B site right now. And a 3v1's a pretty decent way to play it. Full clearance. Nice open plant this time. And Rare Atom, they are saving. Look at the money. It is no good after the couple of rounds that have been traded.
Guys need to be nicer to each other.
Getting right down to the pointy end now. And VERTEX get to 10, but they need to do it again and again and again and again. And then maybe we'll start believing. But the comeback is not off the cards just yet.
Not yet. I think as soon as it gets to 15, that's where I'm thinking, look, maybe a little bit too much for VERTEX. But if they can keep it at 14 for Rare Atom, still very much in the ballpark. And in fact, this round would be a huge one for VERTEX to win because money's not good for Rare Atom anymore. You can see that. They've got 3 MP9s. Mercury, I mean, he's only just now picked up that M4, so he's going to be late to brackets, but maybe that doesn't matter. JamYoung, only the 1-for-1. Mercury, well, had he been there, would he have made a big difference? Perhaps the answer is yes. VERTEX are barreling their way into the A bomb site. See what Mosea has to say about it.
These faster A's from VERTEX have gone pretty well.
Yeah.
They're few and far between, but successful. And Malta still trying to read up on Rare Atom. Library is not going to be enough. 3v3, Addict on the trade game. And that's going to be A in the bag for the moment. Advent, he's got no util, but he might have a timing.
Kaze is saving. Kaze is already saving over on B. So Advent's just looking to upgrade the MP9, maybe do a bit of damage. See what happens.
Yeah, just think about it, you know?
He's got the AK.
Just hang around. See what they can find, you know? Could get lucky.
Might get brace. Ooh.
He's getting lost.
That's fine. I think both teams are kind of happy with the result in the end there. Obviously not Rare Atom, but toward the back end, Advent picks up an AK, gets out of there alive. Kaze saves the AWP. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
They were on, I think, 1900 loss bonus.
We'll see in a second.
Yeah.
It's too late to do maths. We're not doing maths.
So
here you go. It's up to 2400. There you go.
it was 1900 before.
It was.
But it means there's still kind of not really a buy there.
Oi! Sorry, I tried to join in. I was a bit off.
Yeah. You just made it awkward.
Sorry, guys. It's only awkward if you believe in it. I don't. You're a Rare Atom fanboy. Why aren't you joining in?
I'm impartial.
Okay.
Kaze, however, with an opening kill like that in a round like this, could crush the dreams of VERTEX. There's a player in dig as well, but luckily for Vertex, it's just JamYoung with the USP.
But he's got the info, he's got the read, he saw the Halls player, and Vertex are hungry to run at that USP. Try to find the weaker site, and Kaze has made a bad read going all the way back to B, unless he's just looking to save. That could be the call.
Yeah, I mean, you got Advent over there as well. So I don't know if you'd want to necessarily save at this point. I think there's still very much a winnable round here for Rare Atom. But they've stacked the B bomb site, expecting Vertex to maybe go back there. Not quite going to be the case. Malta looking at entry into pit. He spots out one player and two. So that's the round over.
What a man. What an eco-fragger, huh? Look at him go.
AK AWP Deagle through to the next round for Rare Atom. 2,400 loss bonus. They will get a bye. Vertex get one step closer. All right, look, guys, nothing really going to happen in this round, so here's where you get to cheer again if you want. All right, now it's Rare Atom's turn. I mean, you guys didn't do a very good job there. Australia wins that one.
Yeah, they were close. They were close. Now, before we get back into the action, have you guys had a good day down at DreamHack? Has it been fun? Has the Counter-Strike been up to your taste? Has it been good enough? Have you touched CS2 yet? Was it good? I bloody hope so. I haven't touched it yet.
And the other question is, are you coming back tomorrow?
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear.
I guess that the answer will be decided by who wins this match, potentially.
Yeah. Well, 12 to 14, Vertex creeping back in. But Rare Atom back on the guns, back on a buy round.
Yep, and that loss bonus is definitely building up for Rare Atom, but even still, CT side, it's going to be a problem actually for them getting a gun through in the next round, depending on how many they can save.
Bit of a change up. Rare Atom actually taking Banana control. They've been happy to play off Banana. And Vertex, we'll see if they go back. Interesting dig setup as well, playing both the pillars. We'll see where Vertex decide to end up. And in comes that bracket util, flash forward, Brace not going with it, but they are going to force away the dig players, so we'll see if Mosaic is ready for the bust.
Looks like he is. He's heard those footsteps coming. Only gets himself the one kill, needs some help. The flash, it connected, but so did Addict. And now it's just Advent on B. He's praying someone's going to help him out. Smoke's starting to fade. Vertex is coming, but Advent, he gets a bit of a helping hand from Mercury, who is still causing a problem. But Vertex are in the site, and they've got the plant down. They have the 3-on-3 post-plant. By rights, it's their round to lose.
Rare Atom have retaken B every single time successfully. They've got these flashes from Kaze, but JamYoung's gone.
Maybe not this time. PZ finding that opener is big news. And he's patient with the AWP. Kaze and Mercury even second-guessing themselves as to whether or not to go for this.
Oh my.
And I'm not sure whether that's going to help them. It's got to be the cancel for Mercury. I don't think he gets out of here alive anymore, though. Malta's creeping forward. And that is big. That is massive. All 5 guns go down for Rare Atom.
Hello, Malta with a little body spray. Letting them know. Wow.
He's trying to get under their skin.
I also want to give Kaze benefit of the doubt. He was mollying tree to try and get his teammate out. You know, he could have.
Sure.
They were thinking about saving.
Sure.
It wasn't clear.
Yep. Either way, it didn't look good. As soon as JamYoung went down, you kind of sensed a bit of a shift.
Yeah.
And Vertex, they are coming back in a big way. What's the buy look like for the CT side here?
Does Malta play his best games against, majority Chinese teams? That game against Tyloo on Train, best performance ever?
That was the one I was going to bring up. I think that is the sort of the highlight of his career, in my opinion. A 2v1 to kind of keep, at the time, I think it was Greyhound. I think they were still Greyhound back then, alive against Tyloo. And it looked like an impossible 2v1 as well. If you remember, he had to go up the ladder on the B side.
Oh, that was back when Urcast was still on the team as well,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
It was crazy, crazy.
Way
Anyway,
back, way back.
Anyway, I mean, look, yeah, I think maybe.
living out the glory days. Well, one round the difference now. Rare Adam still in the lead, and it's a faster approach to A up mid.
Not a great buy for Rare Adam. They've got enough for the next round. They do have a little bit to play with here, though. So VERTEX are going to have to cross the T's, dot the I's, make sure they 100% this round.
Mate, bit of homework's been done here. JamYoung, 80 damage nade. And VERTEX looking like they are going to regroup towards the bottom of mid. Send it to A. There's no stack here just yet. I think they counted numbers at Banana.
Oh, flash into the cutout from VERTEX, and they're going to start to work their way forward. Smoke in their way. Does slow them down, and Mosaic wants to go through the smoke.
They're ready.
Is not going to work out. Addict very patient, but Malta's gone down in carpet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. JamYoung doing a little bit more damage. Mercury, an awkward fight in the smoke again.
They're pushing Banana as well, so Rare Adam have a good sense of what's happening in this round. They know what is going on.
Kaze's got his mitts on an AK during the little bit of chaos. Braced, ready for the swing, and back to A. VERTEX go.
What can JamYoung do? This timing is huge. If he drops the bomb, there it is. But he instantly traded. And so it's on to Advent with only a P250.
He did this. We've seen him do this a few times recently. Man, somehow's got the clutch gene.
Oh, maybe
and he
you're
might
right.
do it again. Brace. Tucked away at Broken Wall, flash to play with. But he doesn't want to commit to the repeat, just holding the line to sight.
He does not need to repeak. Advent has such a difficult task ahead here, trying to draw out the peak. He's really trying, but he's not getting it, and time is ticking away. No defuse kit here for Advent, and no chance in the round at this point, surely. Brace down. Advent! Has he done it? Has he done it, Mac? What's the
Why
time?
does he have the clutch gene? Has he done it? He's done it! 15! For Rare Adam! Not again! Not again! Why does it keep happening?
Advent is the king of the clutch. And let me tell you, everyone in camera right now was on their feet. Oh, that is disastrous for VERTEX. They did everything right. They did everything right. Brace, he thought about peeking 3 or 4 times. He didn't.
They believed in the setup.
Still, Advent got it done.
And the setup should have worked.
10-second defuse. I'm losing my voice. Don't make me do a map 3.
We got 2 more days, Jordan.
Oh, dear. Well, look, VERTEX, I think they can still have that mental fortitude to say we won however many rounds in a row to get it to 13.
Yeah.
We can win 2 more.
Well, what do we got now?
Malta loves this position. He was undone by Kaze here last round, though. I think Rare Adam are kind of aware of Malta's tendencies.
Seems the way.
And there it is again. I mean, Malta, he's been doing that kind of thing for years on the T side of Inferno.
Oh, timing, favouring Mercury, and it might all be ending right here, right now. 3v2 towards B, and that might be their best bet.
VERTEX will be so disappointed if it ends here 16-13, but that appears to be exactly where we are headed. Mosaic down on 11 HP, but it won't matter. Orb shot can't connect, and Addict a 1v5 ahead. I think it's a lost cause at this point. VERTEX are going to have to start thinking about overpass, because Rare Adam, they have kept it alive on Inferno. 19 seconds before it's secured. And Addict, well, he'll give it a crack. He'll do his best, but the reality is this is a map that's already over. And 16-13 at the hands of Advent. Can you believe it?
No, I cannot. He's done it again. He did it overseas to keep him in. I think it was against Twisted, conceivable clutches. And this time the setup was perfect from VERTEX.